Before we start, hello Ivory-Tower, I'm christospeed, mathematical student of Informatics and top 6 finalists of Paradise Knockout, and we need private lobbies. So far it's been 12 weeks since the last time we gathered at previous university in Matana, and now we're back to reality to start the new chapter of 2035-36. And hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are doing well. This will be the toughest obstacle I've ever had in my life, and so does a difficult announcement which is ahead of 2036 or 2027, but thankfully not in this year, but also a possible chance to move forward. And what it has been an opposite weekend following the activity I've been involved, and therefore fingers crossed for our Indonesian after the democracy struggles to maintain that momentum to stop and justice to save the entire community after seeing a lot of property damage in Jakarta. So our thoughts and the healing process to pray for Indonesian remains number one priority, and I'll be back after morning routine and breakfast in the next few hours. And we welcome back after 4.5 hours wait after morning routine and breakfast, and fingers crossed for the entire Indonesian has suffered no more demonstration after what it has been a fact from yesterday. And now let's focusing on toward ahead of my third semester, and this probably the hardest challenge I've ever solved. And for the first time in 3.5 years, I'll be part with a senior class which is Chief Fix by Sir John. So I never expect this such improvement, and having calculated to take risks to add some courses last Monday after what I've been hearing with an academic guidance. This is probably the hardest challenge of my life. I think truly it is, because in order to maintain a composure, I have to stay control from where I left off. And the last time I have a serious setback 3.5 years ago by quitting because of overthinking. And the understand of mental health is truly everything a lot. And to learn about the education, you have to fight your way to learn from previously at the back of year one. Just like making some literature research, programming, and everything else, that what does matter. So the knowledge becomes important, and staying connected is the number one priority. But what I've been accomplished to, I fought to like hell, and things are going well from one by one, despite the understanding a hard way, which is a web programming. christospeed, known as Matana Grade Student of Informatics 24, will continue to keep fighting all the best and surviving the odds in just 20% chances. Will I maintain to get to? Till find out. And that's my suggestion for what I've heard just now. And if I'm going down without fight, I proved I had no chance to believe in myself and able to stay a fight all the way until semester finish. I've got 50-50 chance for what I've been through here. 20% effort, 80% results. That's all the commitment I've had. So stay disciplined, courage, and maintain the pressure. So does connect with a good friends and the loved ones to understand all my best effort and develop to move forward. And here's the thing, my racing content continues on, so does active as official documentation of Futsal Matana, and wonder there's some changes that TikTok and Instagram was seeing a good clip and the content I've had as well as the photos. And therefore shout out to him, the leader by Fieldorf, for what it has been a great opportunity to be a documentation to step in last Wednesday about bonding, to know each others from juniors, classmates, and seniors, for what it has been build a big family. And juniors has a lot there, like over 20 people, which is crazy. I mean, I wish them for the very best. And now, let's turn off the attention about the Cool Motor Fest to test out 3 new cars, which is a Summit reward from last week, and so too with an Elite Bundle 6 that includes Bugatti Vision GT and Apollo Project Evo. These 3 cars will testing out the ability to perform, and so does the time attack from Event 4 for the last team of French. Enjoy.
Minnesota. I was staying at Bugatti's for another day, and as the icing on the cake, Bugatti served me one last exclusive piece of art on a plate. The Bugatti Vision GT. Another car originally designed for the video game industry that made it to the real world, for mine and yours. If you're currently driving this car, and I believe you are, be cautious. This car may be a jewel. Once awakened, she becomes a beast. Bugatti and the French section of my tour were coming to an end. My next destination, Germany.